Hi, I don't know if I'm visible, but okay. This is being much squeakier right now. Okay, it's Spooker, or Fred, whatever you want to call me. Almost full, perfect. The house currently is well, his room is a complete mess, and Lucas doesn't want to deal with it, so this is the result of what happens when we just moved and we couldn't find any of our clothes. This is disgusting. I'm probably gonna have to fix it since it needs to be fixed before his dad gets home. And all that. I'm also trying to keep a conversation going. It's a little bit ridiculous right now. Okay. Free the hair. Sometimes. I don't know if I should talk about things. You know what? Sure. It'll make this more fun, I guess. This system has had us since she was around. They were around 5. The first one to form was Madeline. She's British and is white with long black hair. She's really cool. She used to be the gatekeeper, but she stopped being it after a bit because she was kind of being rude. She is no longer around. You can get rid of vultures. It's not suggested, but you're able to, or they can just go really silent and disappear. But what Madeline did is she's kind of just has been locking herself in her room lately and just not talking to any of us. So, I don't know. She'll probably leave, but she's really nice and I don't really want her to. Because she's kind of like the mom to all of us since she was the first one here. Around that time, the body's original host, Aurora, was formed, and Grace, who had been temporarily hosting through all of the crap, left. Grace is still around, and so is Aurora, but neither of them are the host anymore. Lucas is, and yes, this body was originally female and was hosted by females. Around the time Aurora was 7, she stopped hosting and Alex came along. Alex is really nice. He was he was kind, he was sweet and caring, but he also very much was protective of the body and all of his friends. And he made the mistake when he was 7. No, when he was 9, when the body was 9, of accidentally breaking a teacher's hand, so he got violent. But yeah. Oh. It's like 10 p.m. right now. Yay, I did one pile. after he did that, the body started getting homeschooled after that because we were too violent for public school. Something along those lines. I don't know because I wasn't there. I can probably ask Jamie, that was around the time Jamie was formed, and Ollie was formed when the body was 8. See, Ollie's kind of fun because he used to be the worst vulture around here, but he grew nice very quickly. Woo! I didn't know she had this. Ollie grew nice very quickly, which was, no, he used to be part of what was called the murder trio. He's not anymore, though. He's actually a good guy now. Obviously, he's kind of the father around here now. But this is nice. I like this. Ooh, I definitely like this. I look like Sherlock Holmes or something. After the hand incident, Alex was deemed not safe for the body, so at 10, he no longer became host, mostly of his own accord as he was growing much more into the depressive side of things. Then it was Elliot, or Eliza, or Ellie as she likes to be called now. I buttoned this completely and utterly wrong, and I'm disappointed in myself. Okay. How do I even? Whatever. Ellie was actually kind of fun. She was a sweetheart, and she was the one who had the body's first girlfriend. That was around the time we started figuring out, oh shit, the body's either a boy or gay. Which didn't surprise us, or Ellie's gay, which didn't surprise us one bit. This body has been gay for a while. No one told anyone though, because we didn't talk at the time. Ellie was the first person we started actually speaking to. We didn't speak to her very much, but they spoke to her. I should probably be letting Jamie do this, but no, Jamie's doing something. It ruffles! It ruffles! I'm too excited about that. Okay. Maybe Jamie can wear this as her long hair. No, okay. Oh, that was dumb. Alright, it ruffles! Okay. What was I at? Oh, Ellie, right, okay. I zone out sometimes, which can be seen as weird by some of our friends, because they think I'm switching. But no, I just zone out. Talking to a friend. Okay. Whoa, Slipper. Slipper. So Ellie he did his thing, or she did her thing. They were gender fluid. They are gender fluid. I keep talking as if they don't exist anymore, but they do. Which makes sense, as the hosts really don't fade. Oh, that was a good throw. Okay. This is the mess I'm doing right now. Ellie didn't really do anything wrong. She was the first one to get a girlfriend in the body, which that was around the time they were 11. And that's when we started talking to him, but he just classified us as voices. I mean, we are voices, but hi, we can front. So I guess we aren't just voices. We're our own people. We're not the bad kind of voices. We're more nice than people assume. If Lucas walks up to someone who doesn't know what the disorder is past watching a Hollywood film or something, and it's not Lucas, it's one of us, and we introduce ourselves as us, which normally we don't. We completely and utterly will act like Lucas in a situation like that. We will say, okay, hi, I am whoever is out, or we'll just say Lucas's name and go with it. After a while of knowing the person and hopefully becoming friends with them, normally we wait a week or two in real life. We'll come out and be like, okay, you're not always talking to Lucas. Sometimes they'll be accepting, and then other times you get people who just are like, oh, so you have people in your head that are evil and want to kill you? No, actually, I completely went off topic. So anyway, Ellie got the body's first girlfriend. Her online name was Petal. She was honestly so sweet. But the mistake was that at the time, Ellie was very interested in this thing called Undertale, and so was this Petal girl. See, they shipped their characters, and that's one of the main reasons they started dating. Which, never a good idea, kids. That relationship will fall apart faster than you can say hallelujah. Or faster than you can say my name, Fred Spooker Soup. It's ridiculous. But what happened was, Petal's character started dating 2 other people without Elliot's character's consent. They were both playing Kara's. It was a thing called Kara Haven, and I don't know the full thing about it. I don't. I feel like falling asleep. Body's exhausted right now, but the only thing we're supposed to be caring about is one of our friends, and we're supposed to be watching them, keeping an eye on them. Because Lucas conked out, I think. It ruffles every time I move, and I love it. But anyway, Petal's character started dating 2 others. They were polyamorous, but they did not tell Elliot's character. Elliot's character found out through a different source, and crap went down. So what ended up happening was they stayed together for a few more weeks, and then someone, which was one of Elliot's friends, revealed that Petal had been dating them and one other person as well. Yeah, that upset Elliot a lot, and he, the body tends to have very depressive moods, which we try to keep away from, but sometimes we just can't. Elliot went into one of his more depressive moods, and around the age 12 and, around the beginning of 2017, he gave up being host, and Lucas arrived, at the time going by the name Ari. So, Ari, he's been host, he is host currently. He's one of the sweetest people you will ever meet. He's great, and he does care way too much about his friends, though. He certainly does not care enough about himself or his own life, which we don't know what to do about that. We just can't help him with that. So we just let it happen as long as he doesn't try anything. But Lucas, see, January of 2017 was not fun. January of 2017 was a bloody mess. An alter who we did not know the name of or anything about came out and called the police after seeing Lucas's self-harm scars. No, you don't just do that. But that's what he did, and basically, Lucas's stepmother is now under charges for child abuse, as well as his father. It's a fucking mess. They had to move cross country, and now Lucas just lives with his father. That altar's gone now. We still have not explained to his father that it was an altar because, well, I don't think his father believes. Well, he might. Sometimes he accidentally ends up referring to us, specifically Max and Jamie, but we really don't think he fully believes, and we don't want him to think it's just some kind of excuse. The guy's heard enough excuses already as it is, because Lucas couldn't come up with anything else to cover, and he didn't know we existed yet. He moved to Arizona, and blah blah blah, nicest life, we lived with our uncle, and around March of 2017, I believe it was, we were Lucas was effing around online on a fandom chat, and he comes across this girl who's talking about a theory about how someone on the channel, it was a channel thing, might have DID. Lucas at the time knew what it was, so he agreed and started DMing this person and talking to this person more often. This person is now one of his closest friends. So, what this person knew was that pupils shrink at the for signs of psychosis, and that's what the person's pupils kept doing whenever we assume they switched, which I prefer when someone else decided to start fronting. Which Lucas eventually ended up putting two and two together and realizing, hey, how the fuck do you know about this stuff? Well, he never questioned the person about it, And eventually, he falls asleep in a call. He wakes up, he's still in the call, it's on Discord, so he can easily do that. He reloads the page so so the audio works, because it wasn't working. He hears insane laughter. Fuck no. Fuck that. That was basically his thoughts. He was terrified. It scared the death out of him pretty much. He immediately left the call, kept coming back and leaving over and over, and trying to figure out if it was a demon. Which, really, Lucas? Really put two and two together, honestly. But he eventually figures out, oh shit, this person has the thing. Ugh. He talks to him a little bit more, and eventually someone else finally switches in, which, thank God, because that guy was kind of murderous. That guy is actually still there, and he's doing much better. He's actually Lucas's boyfriend now. I'm kind of proud of him. It's so dorky, and I love it. He's a sweetheart now. But after the whole incident with that, Lucas figured out that his friend had it. His friend invited 2 more people to the server who had it, and it just became a full-on chaos party at that time. Lucas eventually, Lucas didn't figure out he had it just by them telling him signs. Madeline decided it was a great idea to switch in for a full day. No. Lucas questioned his friends that were on the call when he got back. They told him, and he basically had a mini freak out. He was like, oh, and he immediately started talking to us, which not fun in my opinion. He was so worried that one of us was evil, and at the time Oliver was, so I guess he had reason to be worried. The next day was what I call the murderous trio party, which was, I'm just going to call him Jam, because that's who he is now, where Jam, Euro, and Ollie all were in a call on Minecraft murder, running around and chasing Lucas's ex. Not Petal, but a different person. That was chaos. They laugh like fucking insane people. It's not fun at all whatsoever. A few days later, Lucas is on a rabbit streaming videos with a friend. Weird things happens. Lucas feels weird. Friend feels weird about something Lucas tells him. There's a new alter. Or no, it's actually the one who called the fucking cops. He actually was best friends with Lucas's friend and called her his partner, but they weren't dating, like business partner, I guess. Chaos. Just that. A few days later, and now you're gonna wonder how I got all this information. I actually questioned Madeline about it before she decided to go quiet on us, so, yeah. And I've questioned the other alters as well. Do I hear her father? No, it is only 10:36. It is fine. Damn it, realizing the time made me yawn again. Whatever. After that whole shabam, which was not a fun shabam at all, let me say that. I came around. The very first thing I did was think it was a dream and decided to, take a razor. I apologized wholeheartedly to Lucas for that. I barely heard him. His friends were on a call with us, and they immediately made me stop. Oh shit, I'm out of ball. Fuck. Wait. Ball, come back. There we go. That was, oops, I guess, is all I can really say. Major oops. I'm surprised Lucas kept me around, as well as Madeline, who was the gatekeeper at the time. But I'm still around. Trying to make a hat. But that's basically the gist of all of this crap. It's in 2018 now, February, and almost March. We're still around, we're still talking. Me and Lucas is friends with most of us. We're kind of like a mini family. We still talk to Lucas's friends, and yeah. Some of her IRL friends even know about us. We even have an IRL friend who has it. And he's actually really chill. And most of his alters are as well. But yeah. Bye, I guess.